Hi, I'm Brian Madison with DeerHunterFan TV, and welcome to this week's show. This could be the last show of the season with new hunts. Still plan on doing a recap show, but we just got to see if we're going to do any more hunting this year or not. If we do, it'll be late season, somewhere in January. So we're going to hold off on calling this the end for now. But on this week's show, we're going to look back at New York muzzleloader season. It's late season where you can use a bow or a muzzleloader. And in New York, you can fill either one of your buck tags, well, your either sex tag, your buck tag, or any tag that you have that haven't filled in any other season you're allowed to use in the late season in New York. So, we're going to be looking back on myself and JJ Johnson. We each were able to fill a tag, so we're going to jump in with that right now.
Well, I just shot my first deer with a muzzleloader. Pretty sure I drilled her. She took off running. Give her a couple minutes, I'll call Brian, see if he wants to come film recovery. See what he's doing, let's give him a call.
Well, it's December 17th. Finally got to put a doe down. I've been trying all season since I shot my buck with bow. Couldn't make it come through. Last day of muzzleloader, got to shoot my first ever deer with muzzleloader. That was pretty fun. So Brian came up, helped me do the recovery. Put a perfect shot on her. She ran about 100 yards, 125 yards. Easy dragging out of the woods with the snow. So now the fun part, we're going to get her back to JJ's Sweet Treats and more, make some breakfast sausage and snack sticks out of her. Tag all filled out, I can put it on her, put her in side by side and take her home.
Thanks, buddy. Ready?
Yep.
So that was JJ's doe, and actually that was taken after my buck, but I wanted to save the buck for last. And you're going to see that this is a buck that I had one trail cam picture of mid-October on an antlerized scrape. I named him Squirrely. Never laid eyes on him at all. Late season came around and decided that I was going to go out with my bow on my first outing. And I went to the acorn stand because pretty much every deer I'd seen in there this season had came by in bow range. So I thought it was, you know, that I'd give that a shot. Already having 2 bucks down this season, that I'd try for a third one with a bow, because I hadn't got one with a bow. And it got to be time where I was going to get down out of the tree, lower my bow to the ground, just swing around onto the ladder pegs behind the tree, and I look up and Squirrely's walking by at 80 yards. So I hurry up, get back up. Well, I didn't hurry up, really slowly got back up into the tree, waited for him. Every time behind a tree would do one other thing, pull my bow up, get the camera back out. Was able to get some footage of him. And he wound up coming right around behind my tree and winding me.
Well, that was squirrely. A buck that I had trail cams off in the antler ice scrape. And he went off the radar completely and disappeared. I just saw him for the first time in daylight right there. I was getting down out of my tree. He walked by at 80 yards. I waited for him to go behind cover. One thing at a time, got back in the tree, pulled the bow up, got the camera back out, and he just stood there browsing around. Finally worked out behind me and was directly downwind of me, winded me. I couldn't get that on camera. I saw him walking back behind me. If he got through that, I think we were in business. I think he would have hit this edge of these thorn apples and walked right in front of us. But he got there, stopped. I saw him stop, tail up, and away he went. Alright, got out of the stand, got back to the house, got the muzzle loader. We're going to put a stalk on this deer. That's a real nice buck. I'm hoping that, he winded me, I saw which way he ran. I'm thinking he was going to cross his field, work his way back to Splitsy Ridge and maybe bed down or feed around in the acorns over there like he was doing here. He went out the back of the field. I'm hoping he's going to work his way around in that Splitsy Ridge. We're going to sneak back in there 10 yards at a time, stop, stand for a little bit, hopefully come across him. We are still hunting a doe because today is a doe hunt. This whole late season is a doe hunt. But we're hunting a doe or squirrely. And now the squirrely finally made an appearance. Who knows what else might make an appearance, so let's get going. Okay, well, I came to come up on the hill and I was going to go to the hedgerow stand. And coming up the hill, I get about 20 feet away from the gator. And it turns into a blizzard. I mean a blizzard. So I decided to come to my dad's shooting house. Hopefully we don't shoot something too big and he gets mad at us, but hopefully we'll see a doe across this field, or hey, you never know. This morning we were just doe hunting and that squirrely walked by at 80 yards and we had our bow. So we got the muzzle loader tonight. This weather, I couldn't go sit in a tree, couldn't do it. So windy, so cold, it's gonna be 25 degrees at sundown with 15-mile-an-hour winds. It'd be frozen. So let's see what happens tonight.
So I set the ground blind up, moved it down onto this field edge, actually only about 80 yards from the hedgerow stand. This is a spot that once snow hits, seems to be a great spot to catch deer crossing. That's why the hedgerow stand is there. But we were in a stretch of days where the weather was brutal. And when I say brutal, I mean brutal. Frigid cold, snow in the air, high winds. It was nasty hunting, and for where I had the ground blind, I wasn't going to get winded because the wind was coming straight in the window, these sits that I sat there, and it was doing the exact same the night that I'm going to show you right now.
Okay, it's Thursday afternoon. Finally a day where it's not snowing. It snowed the last 2 days, but nasty storming. Not today, still a little breezy, but sunny out, and it is cold. I'm really thinking the deer are going to be moving the field this evening, so that's why we are here. Tracks all in this field in front of us and behind us from last night, so this is a great spot to catch them crossing this field right in front of us in the evening time. So that's why I had this ground blind here, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get a nice doe to come on out. But you never know. A buck can make an appearance too, so let's see what happens. Yes. Oh my God. Guys, I'm sorry. I tried to get better video. He had the blind pegged. I smoked him, baby. Buck down. Number 3 on the year. I absolutely railed him. I can't believe it. Every time I go doe hunting, I shoot a big buck. That's how it happens.
Hello.
Did you hear me shoot?
I heard a shot. I thought it was over the gun club.
I just shot a pretty nice buck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm walking out of the blind early. What do you think that means? And I won't be filling a doe tag. It's a buck, baby.
So I went down to the house. This was my first buck I ever shot in New York with a muzzleloader. I've only ever shot one other buck with a muzzleloader, and that was in Ohio. So I went down to the house, called Travis, Chad, and waited for Travis and Chad to get there, and we went and got the buck. Okay, well here he is. This is just my second buck with a muzzleloader ever. So, I was pretty excited when he stepped out. That ground blind was in the perfect spot. I knew that was a good spot for what was going on with the weather and the snow and what the deer would be looking to do. And this is the buck I saw with my bow the other morning. We went out with the bow, and after we saw him, we decided we better go get the gun. And we kept the gun with us, and he came out. I didn't know it was him when I shot him, though. Bow hunting, I saw him pretty much just from the side, and today he came out. I saw him straight on, and I thought it was actually a different buck. He's got good main beam length. They almost come together and touch out front. So I'm happy with this deer, and had an incredible season. Was able to take 3 bucks. I've never done that, and did it all within the last 4 weeks, so less than a month I did it. Extremely happy, extremely blessed, and now we're gonna get this buck over to JJ's house and in the smoker. So thanks for watching. I'm very happy with this deer. So there it is. That's, like I said, that might be wrapping up the shows, minus our recap show for this semi-live online season. I really hope you enjoyed it. This season was a very special one for myself, I know, and pretty sure some of the other guys had some pretty memorable hunts that they won't ever forget either. I'm Brian Madison with DeerHunterFan TV. I'll see you next time. Hey, Bub. Want to go for a ride on the gator? What? Hang on? Are you stomping in the mud? Well, let me know when you're done stomping in the mud and we'll go for a ride.